What's up guys, my name is JDCup5 and welcome back to another episode of the Creator Club Career Mode with some different settings in front of your screen right now. We are our Premier League now, so we're going to be changing it up. We've got a few things to do before we go into the actual proceedings with the games. In terms of that though, it would be the customisations of our kit so far. We've gone with the blue and black strip for our home kit, and that will display a number below the Nike badge. We've gone for the same sponsor being the Jordan sponsor, but we've changed the colourway. We've gone for a white and blue. And we've actually revisited this colourway with an orange, but we've put a bit of a twist to it. We've gone for an orange and black for the third away kit. We previously used that in our League 2 career mode, which was really cool. In terms of the crest, that will stay the same, and in terms of the stadium, that will stay the same also. With being victorious in the Championship and the FA Cup final last season, we've been given a budget of £59 million to do what we want with it and try and bolster the squad the best way we possibly can. In terms of the actual transfers itself, the first ones are departures, two being Brian Brenterbury and Tyler McGlory. Two centre-backs that never really got going in my opinion. McGlory had some pace about him, but unfortunately just didn't really have that defensive awareness that I really wanted in a centre-back. He leaves for £1 million, and so does Bensbury. I think he goes for a tad more. He goes to Al Nassr, so he will be joining the Saudi League. Unfortunately, they just never really got anything going. I didn't feel like they were the strongest outfit in the team, and that's definitely someone that I wanted to get rid of in terms of where we need to be and what competitions we'll be playing in this season. In terms of the incomings, one big signer that I wanted to make was a centre midfielder, and one person I looked at was Curtis Jones. He's 83 rated, he's 25 years of age, and is someone that I really wanted to get done and get it over the line, to be honest. I was able to agree a deal with Fulham, not too bad, and to be honest, for what I felt like it was in terms of the value. He's still got a lot to give as well, so I felt like I got a decent deal. They offered me 35.3 with a 5% sell-on clause initially, which I didn't think was too bad of a bargain. He was originally had a £34 million market value, so we've gone ahead with that. We've accepted that, and let's see if he'll accept the contract that we've given. He's got a high wage though, that is for sure. 91,000 is his current wage that he is on at Fulham. I've offered 70 to see if he would take that, and he's actually quite happy to take a wage cut to be able to come to us. And Curtis Jones is the first man through the door. The English international is going to be a big player for us in all honesty, and I hope that he can get some good goals and good assists along the way. He will sport the number 7 shirt next season, and he's definitely a big player for us and seeing what we can do within the club. He's not the only incoming that we're going to be having, and he's not the only outgoing that we're going to be having. Another person to leave the doors is Yilmaz. Unfortunately, he just never really had a decent loan spell to be able to achieve the rating that we would like. He did have a bit kind of bright future for what he should have had, but he will be leaving the club also. Marcel Ziller, a man that came in, I think it was League 1. He actually came really well, to be honest, and he hit the ground running with a few goals against Leeds United in the FA Cup, but he will be leaving, and so will Patrick Capozzo for 1.1 million there. He will be leaving, and Marcel Ziller will be going to Stoke for, I think it was 1.7 million as well. Decent outgoings, because we just need to get rid of the players that they're not going to be there, and they're going to be the surplus to requirements. Zeller wasn't too bad. I just felt like he was inconsistent, and I really don't need that in the squad. We needed a backup goalkeeper because Luke Daniels is now retired in the game, so we just need a backup goalkeeper to fulfill the role. I just went for a prospect goalkeeper and done with that. The next person I wanted to sign was a centre-back. I saw Ben Godfrey was up for 7.5 million and was going to see if we can haggle with Sean Dyche and see what we could get him for. We firstly offered 7 million to see if Sean would actually accept that, and he knew that was a reasonable offer, and we could try and get that signing done as quickly as possible. He's not got as high up to wage demands compared to Curtis Jones. Ben Godfrey is 77 rated. He's 28 years of age, so he's still got a lot of playing time left in him. He's a fast centre-back that's got a lot of pace, as I say, and he's very strong at the same time. He's got a lot of defensive qualities that are very nice about him, to be honest, and it's definitely someone that we're happy to add to the squad. With that being said, we're going to have a few strong centre-backs in our armoury now, and it's definitely something that we're going to need to, especially because we are going to be in the Europa League next season. I forgot, because when we won the FA Cup, that gives you the European qualifications, so that's going to be very nice to see. Godfrey will sport the number 5 shirt there, so he is done and dusted. He is a blue, just a different one, and that is all done. Another departure was Francis Coquelin, a man that really didn't have too much game time under us. He is ageing now, unfortunately, so I felt like this was the right time to sell him. Southampton offered me 2 million. I was quite happy to take that, and he is out the door. The first loan move was Henry Reid. He's going to be going to Watford. He had a decent loan last season over in Italy, so now he will be playing in the Championship for the Hornets. Another loan move was Joseph Cabode. I'm not going to get much playtime out of him, unfortunately, with the competitions that I'll be playing. And unfortunately, I know he's done very well for us, but I feel like he'd be a bit low rated for where we need to be. So he will spend the year at Preston North End. Another man to leave the door. Unfortunately, it's not a loan this time, and it will be Joseph Hutchinson. He'll be out the door. Not someone that I really need whatsoever. And another loan will be Albert Sutton. So another loan move for him to see if he can bump his rating up even more. I wanted to sign a backup centre-back that's got a lot of prospect. I actually tried to sign him last year. Ashley Phillips, he's currently at Leeds United. Summary of 3.2 million, which I think is absolutely fine. Someone that I can get up the ranks, and he looks a very strong and versatile centre-back. He's very tall also. He offers a lot of pace for a tall centre-back, which is very nice to see. And he's definitely a very physical centre-back. But with that being said, he is over and done. Medical completed, and Phillips will sport the number 13 shirt. Another centre-back to add to the armoury, and that kind of sorts out our back four issues, because we're going to need it, to be honest. We're going to need as much strength as we possibly can. With the outgoings that we've had in the midfield, there was one person I wanted to look at, and that was a centre midfielder, and Dele Alli pops up. 6 million current value, is 30 years of age, and he's 75 rated currently, so obviously he's not really going to get any better, but I knew I could get him on the cheap, and that is exactly what we did. His wage demands are slightly high, but we was quite happy to go ahead with it. 33.5 grand a week that he'll be taking home, and that is a decent signing to add. He's got a lot of experience about him. He knows how to play the game, and it's definitely someone that we're going to add to our midfield role. I don't feel like he's going to have such much of a kind of first team action, more off the bench and cup games when we need him to be, but it's definitely someone that we can have and we can rely on. It's definitely an improvement compared to some of the centre mids that we originally had in the club, and the ones that we had sold also. Dele Alli will sport the number 14 shirt, and he is through. He's done his medical, and that is completed. Done deal. Another signing, Ellis Simmons. We're going to be looking at a striker for a backup, and we need someone that's going to be slightly better than Gabode. I wanted to see the initial fee of what I'd actually be able to do, and you can do this by offering a player and actually see what you could offer from there. They wanted 3.5 million plus Phillips. Obviously, I'm not going to give Phillips because we've only just signed him, so we went with 5 million, and Coventry City said 6.5, which I thought was a little bit steep at the time, so we'll try and see if we can get them down the slightest bit. We've gone for a 5.8 to see if they would accept that, as you can see, and they're quite happy to go ahead with that and get Ellis Simmons done and dusted. He's on a high wage, as you can see. He wants 37,000 a week, but he's on a rotation squad role, which I don't think is too bad, because obviously he's not going to be seeing too much game time. There are going to be times where we're going to be rotating him and everything else, but it's definitely a decent striker to add to the backup. Ellis will have the number 9 shirt, and that is done and dusted. One free agent that I did find, because obviously we're going to need just a free agent to have as a decent, fair, like an okay winger. Wright Phillips, he's 60 odd rated, so it's someone that I wanted to get done and dusted, and someone that's going to be in the game the odd game here and there. The first game then, the Community Shield, obviously where we've won the FA Cup, we're going to be playing the winners of the Premier League. This is the first lineup that we produced against Liverpool. As you can see, Valizev in goal with N'Golo and Godfrey, partner with Williams in the left. Obviously we had a pre-contract, we signed Brandon Williams last season. Alvarez on the right with Medri and Curtis Jones making his debut, with Afif just in front with Alexis Vega on the left, Luka Jovic up top, and Robert Alvarado on the right hand side. Not a bad lineup. I know there's some changes that will kind of be made during the time, but this is the first lineup that we have produced, and let's see how we do get on against Liverpool. 6 minutes into the game, and Liverpool get things kick-started. As you can see, Ndogie's on the left-hand side. He beats Alvarado. He makes a lovely pass to McAllister, who drives on the left-hand side. He beats Alvarez for pace there, and he's trying to see if he can beat Godfrey also. They're passing it about the box really nicely to try and see an inroad, and it's back to Ndogie it goes as he drives into the box, trying to push him out there, as you see, but he uses his body really well, and he puts it onto Gakpo. It was a goal initially, but it has been called offside there, so we have got away with that one. A brilliant start for Liverpool, and that would have been even better if it were counted and not have been offside. 90 minutes into the game, we haven't really made any chances so far, as you can see. We know it's going to be a hard one against Liverpool, that is for sure, as Bakayoko makes a lovely pass to his teammate Pedro there. Pedro's got a lovely chance at goal, but it is blocked by Ben Godfrey, having a good debut so far. 33 minutes into the game, can we get our first chance? As you can see, Luka Jovic finds a teammate, and Williams is one of them. He drives on the left-hand side as he tries to put the ball into the box, but Molina clears there. Dangerous ball into the box. If Afif were to latch onto that, that could have been a goal, but corner kick, as we got a chance to see if we can pump it into the area and see a blue shirt there, as Medri's going to be taking the corner kick as we whip it in there. A lovely delivery. Alexis Vega is there also. The keeper comes out. It falls to Afif. An empty net appears, but the referee actually did give a free kick, so even if it had gone into the back of the net, he would have ruled that one out, and it was a free kick on a collision with Alisson. 39 minutes into the time. It's been a bit of a boring one so far in a rainy Wembley, as you can see. And Ndogie on the left-hand side, he tries to find his teammate. He does exactly that. He finds Pedro, and a lovely bit of space onto Gakpo. It goes. He's got a chance here, but Angola blocks, as you can see. And it was a really kind of tale for one of those where it was a game of chess where it was going back and forth, but no one could really seem to get any sort of chances going whatsoever. But we got a counter-attack here from the Liverpool chance. 43 minutes into the game, Luka Jovic finds Alvarado with a lovely pass. He's in on goal here, but that is an absolute sitter from the Mexican winger, someone that you would not expect to kind of miss that in front of goal, but it was to be the case. And we go in at half-time, 0-0. Second half starts, as you can see, 50 minutes into the game. Pedro's on the ball, as you can try and see if he tries to beat the defence. He does well to find Ndugi in a lovely bit of space as he makes a 1-2 there. McAllister on the ball now as he's onto his teammate. Endo's got a chance of goal, but Angola clears, but it's only as far as a red shirt, and it balls back out to Bakayoko. Bakayoko's got a chance to put it into the box. He takes his time, he puts it around one, he puts it on to Endo, and it is a goal for Liverpool. Endo whizzes away in celebration as he celebrates with Jurgen Klopp there. A brilliant goal from Liverpool, and a well-deserved one, to be honest. They have been the better team out of the two, and it's been a bit of a tricky tie against Liverpool. It's something that we've had new players. We're trying to see if we can get a new system integrated with the team, but definitely something that isn't working for now. But this is going to be a process, that is for sure. Lovely goal from Endo though, and that will be 1-0 to Liverpool. Substitutions being made then as we try and see if we can change our fortune in this Community Shield tie. As you can see, Louis Barry coming on for Alvarado as he goes onto the right hand side as we try and see if we can switch up the midfield part as well. Curtis Jones not having the best debut so far, as you can see, and it's just been a bit of a lacklustre performance from a lot of players, not just himself. Hannibal Medri on the ball though in the 64th minute. He makes a lovely pass to Alexis Vega, and he's got a chance to get an inroad there. He's only got the keeper to beat if he can actually get there. He makes a fake shot into the box. He puts it onto Jovic, but Jovic just hits it straight at Alisson. A very 50-50 chance, but he doesn't make the most of it, and they do clear, initially trying to go on the counter-attack as the foul has been made and no advantage being given so far. Bakayoko on the right-hand side. He tries to beat the pace, and he does really well there as Angola tries to claw back the yards, but we do pass it back, as you can see, and we're just trying to see if we can get as many men back, but they are passing it about really nicely. Molina onto Gakpo, then Gakpo's trying to see if there's a red shirt in the middle, as advantage has been played on that scenario. Pedro onto McAllister, but that is a save from Valized there, keeping his side in the tie. 20 minutes left. As you can see, we make some more substitutions. Al-Qahtani is on, Almeida is on, as you can see. Maybe that will make a slight difference, I'm not too sure, but 71st minute they've got a free kick here. As you can see, Julian Brands on the pitch as he puts it onto his teammate really well. In lovely pass with Gakpo, they've got a decent chance to put it into the box, but Luka Jovic initially intercepts as Louis Barry tries to drive forward, and we've seen this before, but he can't get any further than a red shirt, and Dougie intercepts. He puts it onto Gakpo. Gakpo onto Julian Brands. He's in the middle there. He's open. Pedro, and it is 2-0. Game, set and match done for Liverpool, to be honest. 2-0, 15 minutes left. There's no getting back into this one. It's been a very poor performance from us, and we haven't really got going in any set of the halves whatsoever. Liverpool have been in first gear most of the game, and they've definitely got the best of us with that one. Valistev getting nowhere near that, and full-time whistle has been blown, and they are the winners of the Community Shield. A very kind of disappointed performance. I would have expected a little bit better, but unfortunately it's not to be, and we have started the season off with a loss. I know it's not much of a kind of big game in the Community Shield, but it would be nice to be able to get that win. After that game, we did get an offer from Crystal Palace for Che Adams. He's 30 years old. He's 79 rated. I was very much debating the offer. £18 million they initially offered me, and they knew that. And I've actually been informed that I wouldn't be able to get any more than that anyway. So I feel like that's a good bargain for both kind of sets. I think that's a good deal for them, but I feel like it's a good deal for us because we need to get rid of him. He's 30 years old. I don't think I'm going to get as much money for anyone that way. So I do believe that should get done. And Che Adams does leave the building then. But with that being said, we're going to have to sign another striker to fill his boots. Che was really good in the Championship and the League One, but I felt like it was a time for a new striker, especially in the Premier League. And one man I did look at was Francisco Lopez. He's in plays for Leeds currently, 76 rated, a Brazilian international, 20 years of age, and he's not high value whatsoever, and he's got a lot of room for potential, already being 20 years old and 76 rated, which is massive for someone at that young age. Leeds are happy to accept a deal, and then we're trying to see if we can get a wage done for him also. He recommended 34,000 initially, but he wanted a big bonus there also as we try and see if we can alter the deal on that one, and he's quite happy to get that one over the line. And the medical is completed, and Francisco Lopez will wear the number 16 shirt, and he is a new striker for JD Cook FC, a brilliant one at that. Hopefully he will make the difference, and he's going to be sporting against his former club as we play our first Premier League game of the season. Valizev in goal then as Godfrey and King partner with Alvarez on the right, Quintana on the left, Medri and Jones partner in the middle with with Alcatani just in front with Alexis Vega on the left-hand side, Francisco Lopez up top, and Solomon Igayam on the right-hand side. Hopefully we can have a good game against Leeds. We know what they can do because they smashed us in the FA Cup tie. Will this be similar in this game? As you can see, 13 minutes into the game, Cabral's on the balls. He tries to find a white shirt there. He does exactly that. Pervader now 1-2s, and he tries to see if he can put a ball into the box. As he turns the man, he does really well to beat Medbury as he finds the ball into the box. Arnold takes a touch, a lovely flick onto his teammate, and it is 1-0. Burgos wheels away in celebration as he celebrates with his manager. A brilliant goal from Burgos, a lovely flick there. I'm not too sure who actually made the initial flick, but a brilliant pass as cuts the play out. I think it was Arnold there that puts it onto Burgos, and he smashes it on the volley. Keeper having no chance of that, and it is 1-0. And we haven't made the best of starts to Premier League life so far, as you can see, and Leeds are still on the attack as they try and see if they can get something going once again. We haven't really had any sort of chances whatsoever. We've looked a little bit lost in the big league so far as they're trying to get something going. Papeda on the right hand side as a runner is there. Dodo doesn't get past to as Burkus picks up the ball. The goal scorer previously creates something there, and Sinistera has made it 2-0, and this is looking very hard, to be honest, and we know what to expect from Leeds. They know they're a good outfit, and unfortunately they have made the most of it as Sinistera wheels away in celebration. A lovely pass and move there, as you can see, and a lovely little flick there, just having being unmarked. He's going to get that one in, and unfortunately nothing can be done. As it nears to the end of the first half, as you can see, we intercept it in the middle of the pitch, and Hannibal Medbury's driving forward. Can we get something going and get a goal before half time as Medbury finds Alcatani in Dave's position? Lopez is offering his support. He's in on goal. He's 1-on-1, and it is a goal to open his Premier League account for the first time, and it is the first one for JD Cook FC. Francisco Lopez picks the ball up as he knows that's a vital goal to get that before half time and go in at the break with only a 1-goal deficit there. Brilliantly well taken from Francisco Lopez. He takes a couple of touches initially and he just hits it there, perfectly hit, and it is now 2-1. 51 minutes into the game though, and Leeds has started absolutely perfectly, and Cabral's got a chance. Valisev does save that initially, and we do try and clear our lines as we do exactly that. We put it onto Solomon Gayam, as you can see, if we try and get on the counter attack. Alcatani driving forward there, Francisco Lopez offering support, Alexis Vega on the left hand side. He chooses Lopez there, a kind of really hard pass to make. Unfortunately he doesn't make it, and they do intercept in the end. 57 minutes into the tie, and as I say, Leeds have started the better of the second half, that is for sure. Dodo on the right hand side to try to see if he can fill the white shirts there. He does exactly that. He just puts it into the box perfectly. He just cuts it in and out. He puts it onto Cabral. Cabral shoots, and Cabral scores, and this might be the story for our season, to be honest, because we are struggling. We've made many signings, we've bolstered our attack, our defence and our midfield, but it seems to be that we're struggling. I'm not too sure on what yet, but it is very early on though, that is for sure. Substitutions have been made. Afif is going to come on, Lopez is also going to come off in the end, and yeah, it was just one of those where we just couldn't really get anything going, but we do have a chance from the restart. Almeida coming straight off the bench, nearly making straight an impact there as he got a lovely chance there. Who saves, and that does go out for a corner kick. But as you can see, Leeds, it's just one route football. They just couldn't get out of this system where it was just attack, and Buemo puts it onto Sinistera. Sinistera's got a chance to goal for his second in the game. He finds his teammate Burkus, and it is a man that has got his second of the game. It's not Sinistera because he has made an assist, and it is Burkus for the second time of this fixture. Brilliantly well taken goal, near to the outside of the edge of the box, just climbs into the box there, and it's just on the edge there, but perfectly hit, and Valisev has got no chance of that. 4-1, but Leeds want more, as you can see, and Buemo on the right hand side, he's come off the bench and he's causing havoc for the JD Cook defence. As you can see, Ben Godfrey trying to drive over there, but he can't get to it. Quintana can't either, and Buemo driving forward. Cabral nearly gets his second of the game, but Valisev does save, and that will be a corner kick as they whip it in there. Burgess has got a chance, so he puts it onto Cabral perfectly, but Leon King does intercept initially. It goes back out to the white shirt, so Sinistera for his second, and he has got it. 5-1 then, and this is becoming nothing short but of embarrassment, to be honest. Absolutely just whirlwind of a performance from Leeds United, don't get me wrong, but this has been absolutely embarrassing from our point of view. Haven't been able to get out the blocks whatsoever, and it seems to be it's just getting worse and worse. The only positive was about that though, that Leeds United did get one sending off straight after the restart. They climb in there, and for whatever reason they make a two-footed tackle, and he is going to be having an early shower, as you can see, slamming into Akrim a fifth. Very unneeded, but that was that, and it does get sent off. 10 minutes left in the game. Can we get a consolation goal? Louis Barry driving forward on the right right hand side. He finds a fifth in a lovely bit of space. Vega's open as he puts it onto Lopez. Lopez to Vega, and it is pretty much a tap in. It's a consolation goal, but it is a tap in, and it's just one of those where we'll take it, but we very much preferred that at the start of the game near compared to the end. A good goal, but as I say, nothing really kind of worth. We do get a corner kick, and it gets even better. We score another one. We actually get it to 5-3. We actually look somewhat good all of a sudden, but it's a little bit too late, unfortunately, because we still need another goal, 2 goals in about 5 minutes. A lovely header, though, from Alexis Vega from a brilliant in the corner there. But full-time whistle has been blown. Leeds walk away with the 3 points in the first game of the season. It's very much of a learning curve, though, that is for sure, and it seems to be that a lot of learning is going to have to be made, because that was a poor performance. The kind of scoreline that sums it up to be a bit better than it actually was, with only being a 2-goal deficit. Could have been much more if we weren't to have got those consolation goals at the end of the game, but it was okay. Francisco Lopez had a decent debut, and it was okay, that's to be said. Newcastle give me an offer for Alvarado, and it's someone that I've actually do want to offload. He's not got high pace as a winger, and he's not really going to get any better in terms of it overall either. Newcastle offered me 22 million, and after that I just wanted to get rid of him. I knew he didn't really offer me too much on the pitch, and I was trying to see if I can get 30 million for him and see what Eddie Howe were to say to that. They're quite happy to do that, and we're going to be in the market for a new winger, as Roberto Alvarado is going to be exiting the doors. He's done brilliantly for us. He scored some vital goals, don't get me wrong, but he's not something that I really want as a winger. I want someone that's a bit faster, a bit more agile, and it's got a bit of pace about them, as I say, and just a little bit different from my perspective as a winger. But this is where the table sits. Obviously, we're going to be sitting very low to the table so far. Leeds United actually at the top, obviously, where they've got the high goal difference. They scored 5 goals, but they got a goal difference of 2, so they match pretty much a lot of teams where they've initially got the first 3 points of the table. We're going to be rock bottom, but that's nothing really to look at so far. I know we've got some big games coming up, so it's about trying to get 3 points from them and see if we can climb ourselves up the table. With that being said, though, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.